Job fairs are another resource for job seekers, and while our state unemployment rate is at double digits, it's hard to remember that some people are still moving to Nevada looking for work. We met some of them at a recent job fair. An hour before the job fair opens, and already the line stretches across the casino floor. There's over 14,000 jobs here up for grabs, although 11,000 of those are for City Center. And most people are not relying on just the job fair.
I go online, I go to the newspapers, I go to every job fair, I'm resourcing out, I have a lot of groups, I do volunteer work, I meet a lot of different people, and I'm just trying to network. That's the main thing.
Mark Ferigno recently moved to Las Vegas from Boston. His job hunt may take him back to a place he'd never thought he'd go, the bar.
I ended up in hospitality management from bartending, and I went to bartending school 25 years ago out of high school, and I just got recertified for bartending tips. So, you know, you never thought I'd be doing it again, but there's a very good possibility that I will be.
The focus here is finding a job, but there's also some spare time. We wanted to know if the unemployed are taking advantage of that spare time.
I have to. That'd be crazy. I got a new puppy. That's a lot of work. A lot of work, yeah. And then I'm writing a novel.
You get to do things that you wouldn't necessarily get to, maybe chores around the house, projects, those kinds of things. But
my lawn looks fantastic, by the way.
Mine doesn't look so great, so that's a good project for me.
I volunteer a lot. I do a lot of volunteer. I work with a group called Acts of Kindness, and we go out and we do caring for kids, Make-A-Wish Foundation. We do a lot of volunteer community-wide, so I do that, and I'm also caretaker of my 16-year-old grandson. That takes a lot of time.
The lines are long, and the job openings may not be what people are looking for. But job hunters are trying to stay positive.
I believe in Vegas. That's why I spent my hard-earned money to fly out here, because I know Vegas will turn around before anything else, and that's why I'm here today.
And the next Opportunity Boulevard Job Fair is scheduled for August 20th at Green Valley Ranch, and we've got more information on our website. And joining me now is Robert Fermet from the state of Nevada to fill us in on the latest scams. So let me get this right. I get this letter in the mail and it says, I've won the lottery.
Yes. Unfortunately, it happens day in and day out. People are getting these in the tens of thousands.
But if I haven't played the lottery, don't you think I'd have a clue that maybe I'm not getting any money?
You know, in these economic times, people have become very gullible. People are in hard times, and sometimes they think they get something in the mail and it's too good to be true, but they think it is true.
I notice here, you know, I mean, I was making fun, but actually the check would be made out in my name. There's even a number I can call. What happens if I call that number? This is the Canadian lottery, by the way.
Yeah, basically they have it all planned out. The checks look good. They have security features. They will pass most retail locations. You'll call the number and they'll give you the instructions. You go to cash the check, which is to pay your taxes for your big winning, and to wire the money back to them.
And what happens then? They're trying to get my bank account, right?
Basically what they're trying to do is get money. They're trying to get you to cash a counterfeit check, either in your bank or through a retail location such as a casino or liquor store. And what happens then is they get the money and the check comes back counterfeit, and then you're subject as the consumer to criminal liability and or civil liability.
You mean I could be in trouble with the police?
You can actually get arrested because you've now cashed a counterfeit check. And
what if you didn't know it was counterfeit?
That's something that has to go through the system. And in some cases, unfortunately, you get arrested, you go to jail, you have to post bail, and then you have to go to court.
Wow. How many people, say, in Las Vegas, do you think? Can you give me an estimate of how many people this has affected?
We don't have specific numbers, but we do know on a national level and in Nevada that it's tens of thousands, because it doesn't cost the scammers much to send you a check in the mail. The check is counterfeit. All it costs them is the amount of the postage and printing, and they're subject to making $3,000 to $4,000 at a time.
How do I protect myself from this?
Well, basically, if it's too good to be true, it's not true. You can't win a lottery if you don't play the lottery, and be very suspect of items that come in from foreign countries. If you get a check from somebody else, don't cash it unless you know who it's from.
What happens sometimes, so you get these checks, they look so legitimate, like this is a settlement for a class action suit.
You know, you're best to verify the check, either take it to your bank, have them assist you in cashing the check, make the appropriate calls. You can always go to the Secretary of State website in a specific state to ensure that the company is actually listed and doing business. And if you think that is a valid check, you can certainly do some background investigation and make sure that it is.
All right. I want to thank you very much for stopping in today. I mean, I just didn't know this was going on to the extent that it is.
It's crazy. People are getting letters every day, whether it be the Canadian Lottery or Secret Shopper letters, and it's just nonstop because people are really in hard economic times.
Okay. But your recommendation is don't fall for it, and we have got a website for you to check out. It's the States Fight Fraud website. You can get lots of tips there, including a brochure in Spanish. And now we're going to take a look at our next job. And here's your daily dose of websites. We found a great deal for families in Las Vegas. If you have a library card, the Adventure Dome at Circus is offering $5 off a ride pass. It's good through June 30th. Joining the library is free and riding the roller coaster, priceless. And here's a page from the Financial Education Foundation. It can help save you money and aggravation. It has links to the Do Not Call list and a link to stop junk mail. You can find the link on our website. And our friends at KMPR delve into the mortgage crisis every Thursday during the State of Nevada's Second Hour with Dave Burns. Coming up on June 11th, Nevada Public Radio teams up with KCEP for a town hall meeting at the Clark County Government Center from 7 to 9. You can find out more information on the town hall and all the other links mentioned in our program at our website, vegaspbs.org/RX. You can also find us on Facebook or send us an email at rx@vegaspbs.org. Next week, we'll feature some tips from some famous people. I'll see you then.